Alright, sorry about that. We ran out of time here. That occasionally happens. So, quick review. We're trying to find out what angle 2 is right here. We know that it's a linear pair. Partner is 50 degrees here. So, together we know that they create 180 degrees. That's the definition of a linear pair. So, if I take 180 and I subtract 50, then I can find out what my angle measurement for angle 2 is. So, I did 50 plus angle 2 is 180, so if I undo that operation and subtract 50 from both sides, I get angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 50, which is 130 degrees. And so go back to your drawing and check to make sure it all makes sense. Well, if I look at angle 2 here, it's more than 90 degrees, so it's an obtuse angle. And it has a measurement of 130 degrees. Well, that's greater than 90 degrees, so yeah, it makes sense that that's an obtuse angle, and it could be that the measurement is 130 degrees. Let's do another one a little bit more challenging here, and if you're watching this video, pay attention because this may be a bonus on your test coming up here. So we know we have another linear pair, but let's say that let's draw a picture. Here's one, here's two. Let's say that we know that angle 1 is 6x minus 80. All of this, it tells us the angle measurement for angle 1. And angle 2 is, let's say, negative 2x plus 140. Well, if we know that they're a linear pair, we know that these two angles combined equal 180 degrees. Well, let's do some algebra here. Angle 1, 6x minus 80, plus negative 2x plus 40, angle 2, equals 180 degrees. And now if you remember from algebra, we do things that are called combining like terms. So we can combine our x's together, and 6x's plus negative 2x's, or 6x minus 2x, is 4x. And these are like terms because they're just numbers. Negative 80 plus 140, or 140 minus 80, is positive 60. And it still equals 180 degrees. And now I'm solving for a variable, one variable now, and I want to undo things that are happening to it, or do the opposite to get it down to itself. So if 60 is being added to x, I need to subtract 60, do the opposite. And we always balance our equations, so we need to do it to both sides. This cancels, it equals 0. And over here, 180 minus 60 is 120, and we still have that 4x. So 4 times a number equals 120 degrees. So if we're multiplying our number here that we need to find out by 4, we need to undo it or do the opposite of that and divide by 4. And do it to both sides. This goes away and cancels to 1, right? 4 divided by 4 is 1. So 1x equals 120 divided by 4, which is, hope you thought, 30 degrees. So x is 30 degrees. That doesn't tell me the angle measurement, that just tells me what x equals. So now I need to plug this in, or substitute 30 into x, or take x away and replace it with 30. So let's do it up here. 6 times x, or 6 times 30, minus 80 will tell me what angle 1 is. 6 times 30, well 6 times 3 is 18, and we just got to put that 0 on the end there. And we get 180. 180 minus 80 equals, I hope you think, 100 degrees. So angle 1 is 100 degrees. Well, if I know that I need my angle 2 to give me a total of 180 degrees, and I know 100, well then 2 must be 80 degrees. And now I know what each of my angle measurements are. So there you go. There's a little bonus tip for you on the test. Let's talk about one more vocab word. Since we're talking about linear pairs are also known as, oops, Ew. Linear pairs are also known as straight angles. Straight angles are angles that are really lines, and lines are straight angles. And straight angles, just like linear pairs, are 180 degrees. So if I was to lay my protractor on this line, I would start from 0 over here, and I would measure this entire angle all the way to the other side. So here's where my angle opened up, and it opened up all the way across, and it created 180 degrees. If we were to continue all the way back around, well, we would get another 180 degrees. And if you see, this is a circle, or close to, and we have two semicircles, each measuring 180 degrees for a grand total of 360 degrees. So this, again, is just looking ahead. Circles are 360 degrees because they are created by a straight line, a straight angle, twice. Alright, so that should be good. That should be a good review for your quiz. Good luck.